Hey, what's up, man? So yeah, trying out this new thing. This is actually just the app that's built right into YouTube on your what's on right there, on your damn app on YouTube. So YouTube app, yeah. So I'm just gonna see what the quality's like, see if it lags a lot. Unfortunately, I don't have the best Wi-Fi upload here. I haven't left for vacation. Left. I plan on leaving tomorrow morning, and I'm still deciding whether or not I'm gonna Hey, what's up, guys? Still deciding whether I'm gonna go to Florida or not, or if I'm just gonna go to Vegas and then Lake Havasu. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I just thought I would hop on here real fast and see how this app works and see what the quality is like, and yeah, see if I can't answer some questions and all that good stuff. I missed the question. Should I just should I must my plants or just use CFLs? I recommend over CFLs HPS any day. So a 250 watt HPS is going to outperform the amount of watts you'd use for CFLs all day. Hey, what's up, Joey? Hey, yeah, if I end up in Florida, then I'll do that. You can get seeds from different places like Herbie Seeds, Gorilla Seeds, GYO Seeds. Go to 420magazine.com and click on the sponsors. And there's a lot of places to get seeds that way. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, how you doing from Alabama? I'm in Alabama. What the fuck I'm talking? I'm pretty stoned right now. That's Douglas, by the way, I was talking to. But yeah, so I'm hoping that I'll my anxiety is just it hasn't been good very well lately, so I just don't know if I want to go all the way to freaking Florida, and it's a long trip, very long trip by car. I can't do airplanes. I'm like Mr. T, like I said, when it comes to airplanes. So the best nutrients for autoflower, there's no best nutrients for autoflower. What I found is any balanced nutrients works well. Flora Nova series does really good. It's a good startup one. It's not that expensive to get started up with it, so you can just go ahead and put it on. Just you can go with just using Bloom. I have all the feeding charts on my website. So if you go to growpotcheapy.com, I have feeding charts for both just using Flora Nova Bloom Lucas formula, or using Flora Nova Grow and Bloom together. Best video in getting started on autos. I would just say watch my entire free grow course. That's honestly everything you need to know about growing autos or regulars. Hey, what's up, Skins? Uh, Kind LED. I'd go with Kind over Black Dog any day. Although Kind's a huge ripoff anyway, still at the price they have. My Black Diamond Perfect Sun series. I guarantee I'll whip them down. As a matter of fact, if you just go to their own video, the K5 XL1000 by Kind, if you go to their own video where they do the average par rating for 4x4, this is what they claim on their own video, that it gets only 340 average par by 4x4. That's very weak. 1,000 watt HPS and a 4x4 gets 575. My Goliath, an average par rating for 4x4 gets 582. So I have actually a higher average par in a 4x4 than a HPS 1000 watt, and almost double what the K5 1000 by Kind has. So, and it's way, way, way cheaper than them because they like to rip people off. I've actually never used BioBiz, so I can't really comment on it. I've like I learned something from Jorge Cervantes a long time ago when I first started growing, and he had some sort of thing that said, "Keep it simple, stoner." That was his advice, and so that's what I've been doing ever since. That's why I started with the Lucas formula. I've been growing with the Lucas formula for years, and now I do kind of like a variation of that with the psychotech nutrients. But I stick to the simple. Grow, bloom, and then PK booster. Sometimes a root tonic in the first like week or two, and that's pretty much it. I keep it very simple. I'm just waiting for it. This thing makes the comments go off, and I have to look at them again. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's really easy to make a grow room when you're just using Panda plastic, a little bit of 2x4s. Distilled can work, but distilled can get really expensive. RO and R. Dude, just buy an RO system. It's super inexpensive. You can buy on Amazon. You can buy an RO system that hooks up to your hose outside. It creates a lot of RO really fast. You can literally create like 30 gallons overnight while you're sleeping, and then wake up and then you got like 30 gallons of RO water. And the machine costs about $100 on Amazon. So for the RO system, it's going to save you a lot of money. That's what I recommend. Oh yeah, yeah. The new Cob Light's crazy, man. It's pulling out almost. It has 562 average par for 4x4, so it's going to keep up with the Goliath. It won't quite get as much yield as the Goliath, but maybe only 10-15% less. And it does use a little bit more electricity, but it's also a lot lighter, a lot easier to use, a lot easier to set up. So yeah, there's benefits to both of them. I talk about it in my one of my most recent videos where I take the par ratings of all my lights. My numbers on my website, so perfectsunled.com. At the top, I have a number there. See, it says I have poor connection. This sucks. My Wi-Fi is so horrible up here in the mountains. But when I'm in a hotel, I'll have good Wi-Fi, hopefully. I did find the heat wasn't a problem because I use AC, so the heat was really easy to control with the Panda Plastic room, but the humidity was high, even though the humidity outside of it was really low. So I had to buy a bigger humidifier or dehumidifier. But after that, everything was fine. The key is just not to have too many plants flowering at once in the room. So that's why I'm gonna do a perpetual grow in that room in my next one. I explain my whole idea of how I'm gonna do my perpetual grow, and yeah, so I'm just waiting for the thing to kick back up again. There it goes. I know somebody just recently commented on my channel and said he built a pan plastic grow room and kept the temperature at 75. And I imagine he was growing with it with the HPS. And he said he got big old fat buds inside of soda cans, and he thanked me for it. And I said, yeah, yeah, no problem. How many autos for a 5x5 tent, and also the rotation of the plants for 12? I didn't get to finish that. It faded out way for me. It all depends on the growing style. And I get this question a lot. How many plants for this amount of area, how many plants that amount of area. It really all depends on the size of pots you're doing and how big you want your plants to get, how small they're going to be, what strains they are. There's just so many factors, it's too hard to tell. You can literally grow one plant in a 5x5, if it's the right strain, and you veg it long enough and train it right. Or you can get bigger yields if you just do smaller plants and more of them. So in a 4x4, I know you can fit 16 pretty easily in 3-gallon fabric pots. And a 5x5, you can add a whole extra, like what is that? One, two, three, four, maybe eight more plants. So, 16 plus eight and 3-gallon fabric pots. It should all fit in 5x5. Hey Neil, I've just searched the coco, and what advice do you have on pot size for yields? So it really depends. I mean, how you grow and what kind of pot you're using. Everyone's different. Everyone's gonna get different stuff. If you have your environment down really good, if you follow my grow course on growpotcheaper.com, it's free. If you follow that entire grow course and make sure your humidities are where they should be at the time of veg and at the time of flower. So, like I said before, at the time of veg, make sure they're right around 75, 80%. And then during flower, for the first like 4 weeks of flower, keep it like at 75%. Only start dropping it down after that to about 55, 50%, so you don't get any mold issues. And you do that, and you keep the humidity. You keep your humidity like that. Keep your temperatures right around 77 if you're with your HPS, right around 80 if you're with LED, or even 79 or so, 78 if you want to still do that with LED. And make sure pH is on it, and then water every day in cocoa, and just follow what I say on my grow course on my grow course, and I guarantee you'll get a good yield. So, how many autos in a 4x4 and 7-gallon pots? It depends how big the autos are. It depends what strains are. If you're doing something like Think Big by Dutch Passion, you might get 5 foot tall plants. I've done it, so it just really depends on how big they get. Unfortunately, all my lights are sold out right now. Hopefully, in the next 2 weeks, they'll all be back on the site and ready for sale. I'm training my brother-in-law how to take over the shipping for me, And if he does a good job while I'm sorry, I'm really fucked up right now. On Klonopin actually, but I had bad anxiety attack. But anyway, if they do a good enough job doing the shipping for me while I'm on vacation, then I'm gonna have them do it for me. I think altogether. That way I don't have to do shipping anymore, so I can just focus on, you know, quality control and going to conventions and things like, I got a call right now. I gotta call him back. But things like, what's it called? Man, my brain is going slow right now. Anyway, things like, customer service and all that kind of shit. So it'll give me more free time to expand the business. You can grow one plant under 600 HPS, or you can grow, in a 3x3 is how much it covers. So how many plants you can fit in a 3x3? You can do 1 gallon pots, you can do 2 gallon pots. So it all depends on how many pots you put in there and how big you want your plants, what grow style you use. So it's hard to answer that question because it's varied. You can, like I said, it's one all the way up to however many you can fit under there. So coconut sugar works as a sweet, as good as it's not better than molasses. Yeah, that's cool. I don't believe in sugars no more personally. Went back and forth, did different experiments over the years, and found sugar does shit, does nothing at all. Anything it does is in your head, I believe. I think it's a psychosomatic thing, but I could be wrong. All I know is I've been growing for years, and I like experimenting, and I did a lot of experiments with sugar and without sugar and side by side, and I just I found that it does nothing. I've had people do blind tests, smoke the stuff. I tell them, hey, smoke this shit right here that you have no idea what it is, and what do you think? And then smoke this shit, they have no idea, what do you think? And they had to try to pick out which one was grown with molasses or with any kind of sugar, and there was no difference. The only time sugar is worth using is if you're using some sort of bacteria, beneficial bacteria, because you need to feed the beneficial bacteria with sugar. So they feed on that and stay alive. It makes them grow faster and keeps a bigger colony of beneficial bacteria. That way, you get better yields. I might have a background noise. I know the TV's on. It's pretty low right now though, but I haven't used structured water. I just use RO water.
He returns to fight
Oh, really? Fedor Miklo?
this Saturday free on Spike 9. We don't have Spike unfortunately, but
What? So he's
he's
fighting Bellator
fighting Matt Petroni, something like that.
at Bellator, right?
Bellator, yep. And he's coming
Hell
out.
yeah! I hope that Fader's still young enough to do it. Fader's one of my all-time favorite MMA fighters.
There's
Period.
there's a pretty badass fucking video
And
for him.
I guess Fedor's returning to the ring, dude. I'm paying for that shit.
It's free on
Oh,
Spike, and it's this
oh,
Saturday.
I guess it's free on Spike this Saturday. Either way, I'll be watching that shit. Fedor is badass. That dude just looks like some normal dude on the street that you would never think nothing, and he just beats people's ass. He punches so hard, arm bars. He's just fucking badass, dude. Fedor to me is one of the best fighters of all time in mixed martial arts. Dude is just bad to me. If you never watched Fedor fight, just watch some of his shit. Dude's badass. Depends what your tap water is. If your tap water has a bunch of bad shit in it, yeah, it could fuck your plants up. If your tap water is pretty low in ppm, it's probably fine. Let it sit out overnight if you worry about the chlorine. But honestly, chlorine, unless you're doing beneficial bacteria, chlorine is actually gonna help clean out your roots, and so I never bothered with all that shit. When I grow with just tap water, as long as it's right around 150 ppm or lower, and I've done that many times. Then the problem with tap water though is it has a lot of pH buffers, so you have to make sure you have a really good pH pen because you have to constantly pH that stuff, or at least have to pH it, every day if you're going to, Anyway, that's the only problem with that. With RO water, it's much easier to maintain your pH. Yeah, definitely a 15-gram grow would be a waste of time. 270 ppm, that's pretty high. So it probably has a lot of calcium in it. So definitely don't add any calcium to your, if you're going to use your tap water. Man, I recommend all kinds of strains for autos. Check out Mephisto Genetics. Check out Gorilla Glue by Fast Buds. Check out some stuff by Royal Queen Seeds like Northern Lights. Check out pretty much anything by Dutch Passion. Check out Nirvana Seeds, Dynafem. All those are great companies that have good autoflowers. The Spacey Baby, when it comes to organics, I have my own theory and how I like to do it with cocoa. I like cocoa. I don't like soil, so I'm not the guy to come to. I mean, I know how to grow with soil. I just, I prefer cocoa. It's better, and you can do organic cocoa, and I teach how to do that on my website and what to use. I like Doctor. Shit works awesome. I have a couple different things, and then using beneficial bacterias and let it sit in there for like a month so that with some sugars in there for the bacteria can spread and grow. I used to do deep water culture a lot, but I got bored of it. Didn't like it. Yeah, I have videos on pHing. As a matter of fact, it's part of my grow course. So, and I recommend using the combo meter by Blue Labs. Combo meter by Blue Labs, not the pin, not just the regular pH pin, but the combo meter. That thing works great. You can change out your pins for the same price as buying a new pin. Pins last about a year to 2 years for pH pins. The TDS meter on it lasts forever, as far as I know. I've had one now. It's been going on, and it still works, and it's been over 2 years. So I should have put this on a stand because this is kind of hard this way. I wonder if I can do it this way if it switches. Oh, it does. Cool. No, then I can't read the text though, so I guess I'll do it this way. No, no, with soy you don't want to water every day, 3 times a day like that. With soy you want to wait till it dries out. But here's the thing: if you have a really good root system built up in veg, then when you go into flower, and they start really drinking water, then you'll notice that your pots will be dry every single day, and so you have to water every day. If your pots are dry twice a day, then you have to water twice a day. And the more times you can get your pots to dry out in the day, then the more you can water, which means the better yields you're going to get with soil. And yeah, so some people like to water with less water during during the watering. I guess when you water, just water with less water, and then do that for only a few days, and that we can water more often throughout the day because it dries out faster. And then like every 3 days or so, water with the good enough water to get runoff that we don't get salt buildup. But if you're using organics and you're using a low amount of organics, you shouldn't have a problem with it anyway. Uh, there is really no easy RO water without buying a system. Honestly, without buying a system, you're going to be spending way more money. No matter how you get RO water, if it's not from buying a system, you're going to be spending more money. You can go to a local water place that sells RO water, but the price you're going to be paying per month in water that way is going to be way more expensive than once you buy a RO water filter. So the initial price of the $100 for RO filter that hooks up to your hose outside, that we can produce a lot of RO water really fast. Don't go buy one of those home units. Just buy it's on Amazon. It's like $80, $90. I think sometimes they're $100 now. But the generic kind, they work great. Hook up to your hose and you can get RO water really fast. I like using a tote. I'd get a really thick one of those really thick totes, the 30-gallon totes from Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's with the yellow tops. Drill a little hole in the top that fits the blue cable for your RO system, so it drips in there, and just let it drip overnight. And then wake up the next morning, you got like 30 gallons of RO water, and yeah, it works great. I can within 12 hours I can fill up with mine. Within 12 hours I can fill up my entire 60-gallon tank to about 50 gallons of water in about 12 hours. So it works awesome. I love it. Ever since I used RO water, I haven't gone back. RO water is the shit. It just, if I use regular tap water or my well water, no matter what I do toward the ending of flowering, I start getting issues with the plants, and I don't get as big as yields. If I use RO water, I can control everything, and I get much bigger yields. So RO water is one of the big secrets to getting big yields in any sort of hydrolyte. So growing with cocoa, RO water is the way to go. Absolutely, hands down. It's RO water is it was one of the big factors in how I got better weed and bigger yields and all that kind of stuff. Less problems or no problems. Yeah, our water is pretty interesting. I mean, the filter is not too complicated, I don't think. Man, my lips are so chapped. I don't know what I did with my chapstick. Oh well. I think it's because it's this cold weather and stuff. I don't know. How's the video quality? Is the video quality okay for the live streaming? Because it says I have a poor connection. I already know I do. I have less than a megabyte up here in the mountains. It kind of sucks. Like my downloads are fine, but my uploads are so slow up here. It's lame. Yeah, chronic cast. Yeah, definitely. RO water makes a huge difference because you can control everything. You know exactly how much CalMag's in the water because you put it in there because it's zero water. So you know exactly what you put in the water is what the plants are getting. And whatever buffers you put in, the buffers are inside your nutrients that you use. So yeah, it's definitely if you can afford to get it, it's definitely the way to go. I have all kinds of tips for big yields. Just search my YouTube channel for big yields. Type in the words big yields in the search, or also go to my channel growpotcheaply.com and click on free grow course. Just watch that whole free grow course. It'll change your life, especially if you're a newbie. If you just follow that system, I guarantee you'll get big buds. Like I just said, I get emails all the time. People, tell me, hey, thank you so much for making that free course. I just followed it to the T and got huge, huge buds, huge yields, and all that kind of stuff. So you don't need CO2 necessarily. I mean, obviously you need CO2. So either you need really good air exchange from outside, or you need to have your grow room inside a bedroom in your house. If you have or a tent inside your house. So if you have a tent or a bedroom converted inside your house to a grow room, believe it or not, your house has so much CO2 in it, way way higher than outside. Sometimes higher than 2,000 ppm. So you have all the CO2 you need, and all you have to do is do a passive intake airflow. So just pull air into your room and then use a dehumidifier and AC, and then you're guaranteed to get big yields. Closed systems work so well; they're so efficient, and they make you waste like hardly any CO2. My 50-gallon CO2 tank lasts me like 2 months because I put on a timer. So I let it vary between when lights are on. I have it vary between 800 and 1100 ppm. By the way, I put it on a timer and the way I adjust the regulation valve. I just turn the valve all the way down. I just turn just a little bit. I don't let that ball raise up. It doesn't look like the ball's raised. And then I'll check my CO2 meter for the day because it tells me the last 24 hours what my CO2 has been and temperatures and all that kind of stuff. You buy one of those on Amazon for about $80. And then I check that and I see, okay, my highs have been, 1200. That's too high. So I just turn it down a little bit. And then I have my timer set to like, basically it's off for 30 minutes, on for 30 minutes. That's like the very basics of it during lights on. So if you do that, you waste way less CO2 and only costs like $23 to refill a 50-gallon tank. So every 2 months, you're only spending $23. That's way cheaper than any other method of CO2. Any other method, whether it's brewing your own beer or brewing your own wine or just doing vinegar water or doing muriatic acid and baking soda. There's no other method that's cheaper. The initial startup cost is kind of expensive, but there's no other method cheaper. Advice on dense autoflower buds. One thing I've noticed is whenever I grow in under HPS, my autoflowers were decently dense. They weren't the most dense. You obviously want to get enough light in the last 3 weeks. That's the most important thing. So you want to lower your lights in the last 3 weeks, not too low. You want to get right about 90,000 lux if it's HPS, and if it's LED, you want it right around 1200 par. So if you can get 1200 par to 90,000 lux during that last 3 weeks, that makes a huge difference. Also, temperatures make a huge difference. If your temperatures are too high, you're going to get more fluffy buds. So you want to make sure your temperatures are under 80 degrees. If you're with HPS, make sure they're like 70. Make sure your room's about 77 degrees. So in other words, keep your room cool, like 77 or even 75, and definitely try to drop your temperatures during the last 3 weeks. Try to keep your temperatures right around 75 for the last 3 weeks if you're with HPS, and you'll notice you'll get much denser buds. But one thing I've noticed is once I switched over to my spectrum, to my Black Diamond Perfect Sun spectrum of LED lights, my all my buds come out dense, and I keep my room right around 78, between 78 and 80. And man, it's just the spectrum is so good, so efficient. It with all the blue, it has everything the sun has in it. It has the deep blues and deep reds, a whole bunch of that. It has everything else the sun has, a lot of every other spectrum. And something about that spectrum, I hit the jackpot with it because I get big fat colas and super dense. So I'm trying to read everything everyone's saying. If I missed your question, just re-ask it. Um, I mean, there's really no correct way to water cocoa, but I personally water with feed every day, and I do a low amount. So I do right around, if I'm using Florinova Grow for example, and they're in like from mid flower on, I'm using right around 1.8 EC with Florinova Bloom. I don't exceed that. So so that's what I've noticed is water every day with a lower amount of ppm, and then you'll get really good results with cocoa. Yeah, I think monster cropping is worth it. Especially, what I really like is that manifold training. Manifold training is really cool because you can take a plant and just have a perfect canopy with it. But personally, I like my lazy way of growing with bowl training. Bowl training works fantastic, and you get big yields. So, but now what I'm going to be trying this next time is basically a sea of green type of grow, to where I do very minimal training. And so yeah, I'm gonna do perpetual grow, very minimal training. Just there's like very little bowl training, just enough to get you know, the light down all the way into the bottom of the plant. 3 gallon air pots, or I should say fabric pots. And yeah, so you'll see what happens. I'm gonna be getting some big yields, smaller plants, but a lot more of them. And so I'm gonna be pulling 2 to 3 pounds per light, doing that to perpetual grow. And now just to prove that I can get 3 pounds off the Goliath, I'm gonna do a 4x4 tent and pull 3 pounds off it. If not, hopefully really close to it. I'm pretty sure I can do it though. I like this poster. Shit's fucking badass. They sell that at Walmart. I actually did a watercolor of that poster. Check this out. I did a watercolor. Well, it's not of that poster. It's actually of the photograph that poster is based off of. But I wish I would have done it bigger. I did it kind of small on like a 8x11 paper or something. I don't know. Where did it go? Well, obviously I got this watercolor. I like this watercolor a lot. She's pretty cool. This is Stoner Chick. I'm making a comic on this chick right here. This is the main character. Her nickname's Stoner Girl. I haven't come up with a real name yet. But yeah, this is the Joker. This is the Joker watercolor I did. Pretty badass. I like it. I like the colors and everything. Everything came out good. Try to get a little bit closer. This is the original. In fact, I like it so much that I don't know. Hopefully, you guys can see this. Hopefully, you guys don't see a bunch of text messages blocking the poster. But yeah, anyway, or the watercolor. But anyway, I thought about maybe trying to take a picture of that at really high quality, and then blowing it up to poster size, and maybe selling posters on DeviantArt.com or something, because it's fucking badass. Oh, by the way, this is hey babe, what's our gorilla's name that's on our bed? Bo. This is Bobo. Bobo. Yeah, we're weird. We like we like stuffed animals. Oftentimes I'll go and I'll try to win those stuffed animals. I don't try. I win often. Most of the time I win. Within a couple tries. But I go win stuffed animals for my dog. She loves them. She loves playing with them. I live in Oregon. Yep, recreational and medical. I really need to use some chapstick. Oh, there it is. Cool. Get some chapstick up on these lips. Draw Trump hotboxing with Spider-Man and Ronald McDonald. I don't know about the Spider-Man thing, but maybe Trump and Ronald McDonald like just like stoned as hell and like sharing a bong, a split bong, with two stems, and they're both smoke at the same time because they're gay. Not that being gay is wrong. I mean, it's not for me. I'm just saying it's not wrong. There's all kinds of seed banks I recommend. I think I answered that question earlier. So Nirvana seeds, Dynafem, Dutch Passion, Barney seeds, Mephisto Genetics, Fast Buds for the Gorilla Glue Auto. Freaking shit's amazing. Super stony for an autoflower. It's absolutely amazing shit. This is getting tiring holding this shit in my hand here. All right, so I'm gonna answer questions for a little bit longer here. I don't want to go. I just don't want to make my videos too long. I don't want another 5 hour long video. So I just wanted to test out this software and see how it worked under my Wi-Fi, and it looks like it works okay under my Wi-Fi. Hopefully the quality's fine. Can too much CalMag Plus lock anything out? Yeah, actually it can. Too much of anything. If you don't have a balanced nutrient system, then yeah, different stuff can get locked out. So yeah, I don't recommend using too much CalMag Plus. I try to use the minimum that I need when I'm in cocoa. What bloom booster do you recommend? The bloom booster that I've personally been using lately, and then I recommend big time because I like it, is see here. That's Oh, I can't really see the TV in the background. It doesn't want to focus on it. Got Cleveland Browns. I don't really like Cleveland Brown that much, but it's what's on right now. I think it's on Adult Swim. Yeah. Anyway, what I've been using and I really love it is Psychotex at CYCO. Psychotech Nutrients. It's called Potash. So it actually doesn't say Boom Booster on it, but it is a Boom Booster, and it's got a higher potassium than phosphorus, which is what I recommend for a Boom Booster, and it works great. I love it. So and it keeps my shit pH balanced. Love that shit. So it works amazing. Keep using this app rather than the YTG. Okay, that's cool. Awesome. I know once I'm like at a hotel though, I can pretty much stream on anything and it's gonna work good. I'll probably stream on my laptop just because it's easier than the phone. I think. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I don't like Cleveland Brown. It's okay. It's getting better and better as the seasons go on. But I don't know. It's nothing compared. Excuse me. Something just went down the wrong throat. Ah, I hate that. It makes you like cough and try to breathe. It's absolutely nothing compared to like Family Guy or American Dad, Bob's Burgers. Um, oh, Rick and Morty. Yeah, you guys know already if you watch our review channel. You know we're Rick and Morty big time fans. Just absolutely cannot wait for season three. It's like taking forever. I'm like, come on, season three. I need it. Damn, I need my fix. I need my Rick and Morty. I watched every episode several times already. I need more. I need more. Yeah, yeah, I know. To hardwire, like I can hardwire my laptop up and I'll get better. The problem is that I live in the mountains, so my uploads. I use CenturyLink, so I'm on DSL in the mountains. That's all I have. It's either that or satellite. And although the satellite has slightly better upload speeds, their pings are like 800 because it's a satellite dish, right? And so right away I knew that was the wrong way. I hooked up a satellite dish. I'm like, oh, this sucks. 800 ping is shit. With CenturyLink, I get about 34 ping, but my upload speeds are at my best. My absolute best upload speeds are about 700 to 800 kilobytes, not even a megabyte. So I'm running on like upload speeds of 800. And it just sucks. So doing live just kind of sucks here in this house. But I'm on month to month now, so if I wanted to, I can just give my month notice anytime and leave. And I'm honestly really considering it. If I can find a house that's perfect and has all the space I want, and especially when my brother-in-law takes over shipping, so I don't have to worry about having shipping, or I don't have to worry, or I can just rent a storage unit. Anyway, I want something that is in town or something, But I'm also thinking about moving to Arizona to Lake Havasu. That's definitely one of the places I'm visiting. I'm gonna be visiting there for at least a week because I want to make sure that it's something I want to live by. I want my backyard to be right on the lake, to where I walk down my stairs, and there's my own dock, my own wood dock with my jet skis. At any time I want to, I can just go, hey, I'm gonna go jet skiing. And it's hot there all the time, so I can be swimming in the lake all the time. I love swimming. I love the water. It's like I've always loved the water. When I was a kid, in California, man, we were swimming. Me and my sister would swim all day until we were pruned up. We just swim every day, all day. Just love that shit. Let's see here. Oh man, I missed it. I don't think I can scroll it. Oh, I can't scroll. Oh, that's badass. So on this YouTube fucking thing, you can actually scroll and see what people have said that I missed. Nice. Okay, so cool. Yeah, Mr. Pickles is a shit. So Chronic Cast, you said if you need help streaming off the ADSL connection or a mobile connection and getting it to run off your laptop efficiently. Yeah. So yeah, if you have any tips, man, email me by all means, please, because if I'm gonna be up here in the mountains with this freaking Comcast shit, I would love to be able to get better connections with it. So my email's on my website, either growpotcheapy.com or perfectsunled.com. Hey, caught you live on time. Awesome, man. Thanks for joining. How do you feel about Pineapple Express Auto? If you're talking about the one by Fast Buds, I wasn't impressed by it at all. It wasn't good smoke. It was, I don't know. I didn't like it at all personally, but maybe I just had a bad run with it. But I don't think I've grown Pineapple Express by anybody else, Autoflower at least. Now, Pineapple Express regular, that's the shit. Or Pineapple Chunk or something like that by Barney Farm Seeds, that's one reward. So Bill says, yo, or you, if you want to be a pro in cocoa, Neil is your guy. Thanks, man. Appreciate that shit. Trip Tank is the best show ever. You got to look it up. All right, check it out. The dish, or what I call the douche, is a no go for sure. Yeah, yeah. Dish Network sucks ass. It's not good for anything. I mean, it's good for business and stuff. Like if I'm thinking about getting a Dish Network again, just for uploading stuff. But it does give me 3 megabytes upload. The problem is I only get 60 gigabytes. I'll burn through 60 gigabytes in no time just uploading videos and stuff for my businesses and stuff. So then it's really expensive after that. How much is out there? I imagine talking about how much is the weed or how much is the internet. The Comcast is actually pretty affordable. It's like $58 a month. I asked them. I said, can you just I call Comcast, say I will pay for you guys to install a fiber optic cable. They won't do it. Ask Verizon, install a fiber optic cable. They won't do it. I bet you if I offered them, 100,000 dollars or more, they would do it. But I can't afford that, so I'm not like super rich. So I can't be like, here, do $200,000. I want my damn fiber optic cable. And then, if I decide to live here, at one time I would do that, but I don't know. It's an okay house. I want to live on a lake. I want to be able to just like, boom, jump in the lake. At my backyard. That'd be awesome. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Wes. Yeah, yeah. It's still either way, man. Feel free to email me and yeah, or text me. My phone number's on my website, so on the Perfect Sun website. Yeah, so the new Perfect Sun competition, I'm hoping to have it out by my birthday. I'm not gonna tell you what day my birthday is. Maybe I will. I don't know. But it's in March. I'll tell you that. So I'm thinking. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. Everything ready by mid March to late March. I just want to make sure everything is smooth as butter. And all that good stuff. I know I could scroll the chat. That's fucking the shit. I like that. I feel you though. I've how to do satellite DSL and circuits. That's okay. Got that. Chronic Cast. Yeah, I mistyped that last comment, but yeah, if you need any advice, I will email you. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, email me, man. I'm always willing to look at new stuff. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Hey, man. Thanks, Bills. Yeah, yeah. I've been teaching people how to grow for way longer than I've ever owned a an LED company. So yeah, definitely. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to own an LED company. It's just I have the best LEDs on the planet right now that I know of. For my 4x4 par ratio is off the hook. With the Goliath and with the Perfect Sun Cobb. So I haven't seen any other lights that really compare that use this around the same amount of wattage. I mean, anyone can make a light that uses like 1,000 watts out of the wall, and say, boom, check that out, you know. But the whole point is the whole point of LED is using less electricity. So for the 575 watts and it outperforming 1,000 HPS, not only in average par, but actually in actual grows, you know. So we've proven it and outperformed it. So all right, I'm gonna try. Let's see. Hey Neil, have you tried? Yeah, you can clone an auto. The problem is the clone of the auto. This was for what is that? Charles Sharp. If you clone an auto, the clone is the exact same age as the mother, and so it's gonna flower the exact same time the mother does. So it's kind of pointless. I like Comcast. You know, I had Comcast for a long time, and I had the business model, and I would typically get, you know, I paid for the 100 megabytes down, and I think it was like 20 megabytes up or something like that, and I would pretty consistently get about, you know, 50 to 60 megabytes down, like pretty much throughout the day, all the time, anytime. My pings were really good. I was able to game online super awesomely. I miss being able to game online. I can still game online now, but it's just not the same with the slow internet. But yeah, I mean, it was good. My upload speeds were constantly at least 10 megabytes or faster. I paid about $110 a month for that. It's interesting. Wes Miller says it's interesting. Everybody starts out small beginning, and they grow, and then nobody really likes to go back and deal with all the junk like 2x4 to buy for starters. You know what? Honestly, my very first grow was in a 4x4 tent. You know, that was my first grow. I have grown in like in something about 2x4, like closets and stuff like that, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me unless you're like that's the only choice you have. If you can get a 4x4 tent, definitely that's the way to go. All right, man. Oh, I guess you probably already left, but yeah, thanks for stopping by. I want to keep them in the freezer. I would just keep them in the fridge. That's what I do. What I do is I put my seeds inside of a Ziploc baggie, put a little bit of rice grains in there, and or those little silica things you can get for keeping shit fresh, and then Ziploc it up, squeeze all the air out, Ziploc it up, put it inside of a paper sack, throw that in the refrigerator, like where you throw your lettuce and shit. And I've had seeds in there for 2 years, and they still sprout, boom, 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 every time. How much percentage in yield can you increase by adding CO2? Well, it all depends on where your grow is. If you already have your environment down and all that kind of stuff, your temperatures, humidity, all that's under control. If you can already pull good yields now because everything's under control, your pH, everything's good, you know, your strains, all that kind of stuff. Adding CO2, you can increase your yields about, you know, maybe 10, 15%, something like that. But definitely, I highly recommend the varying your CO2 between 800 and 1100 with the timer. It's so much better than trying to do that stupid bullshit with the Titan controls and keep it at 1500. Matter of fact, I noticed no difference at 1500. Matter of fact, I think I get better yields now that I do the varying between 800 and 1100 ppm throughout light on cycle. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the. Okay, oh cool. I'm pretty much caught up here now. I don't have to scroll anymore. Wes Miller, much love. Them appreciate all you guys. Hey, thank you. And yeah, I appreciate everyone. I don't know if I ever really say that enough, but I appreciate everybody that watches my videos and everyone that thumbs up my videos, everyone that shares my videos. You know, I consider the entire grow community as a community. We're all kind of like a family, and I believe we all should help each other and not be greedy and not like try to, you know, hold back knowledge or information. If some new technology comes out, you know, not to hold back, you know, and definitely test it out, you know, and make sure it's actually what it claims to be. Don't support fucked up companies that rip you off, you know. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's how I see it. Yeah, yeah, the business package I thought was awesome. You know, I loved it. Only thing is they I didn't like about Comcast is they will throttle your connection. If you use over so much gigabytes a month, they will start throttling your connection without telling you. And I had to keep calling them up. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit. I know you're throttling my connection. Like, oh, we don't do that. I'm like, no, I know you do it. So I had a professional guy come out, climb up my pole, and he found three different throttling things on the actual telephone pole. So that was even, you know, that was just on the pole, you know. and then who knows what they do on the actual on their side on the software side. And so I just kept complaining. I asked to talk to a manager. I'm like, look, I'll pay more money if I need to. I'll pay $200-300 a month, but I can't have this bullshit where you guys throttle my connection. I'm willing to pay more. Don't do this to me. This is my business. And so what happened was, they said, hold on, let me check something real quick. And he goes, they changed some parameters, and then all of a sudden my connection was boom right back where it was. I'm like, so what parameters did you change exactly? And they wouldn't tell me. I'm like, I want to know exactly what parameters you changed. Like, oh, we just changed some of the parameters here and there. Very general. Like, he kept it very general. His answers were super general, and not specific at all. And I said, I want to know specifically what the motherfucking goddamn shit did you change. That's how I talk to people on the phone sometimes when they're being stupid fucktards. And so I was like, what exactly did you change? And he wouldn't tell me. I'm like, I know exactly what you changed. You changed the shit that was throttling my fucking shit. He's like, no, we don't do that, sir. We don't throttle stuff. I'm like, okay, so I was complaining about throttling, wanted to talk to manager, and then suddenly you changed some parameters, and now my connection's working. But yeah, okay, I'll believe you. You don't throttle my connection. That's why I found 3 throttlers on my telephone pole that leads to my house. But yeah, it's cool. Whatever you say, man. That's the only thing about Comcast I don't like. They're bullshit like that. Sorry about it. Let me catch up here. I ordered the single. This is Jay Green. So I ordered the single seed. Got 11 different strains. It was nice and cheap. Nice, awesome, man. Chris Vaughn, I texted you yesterday about the dwarf stars. How long does shipping usually take? I'm in Michigan. Right now, I'm sold out of everything. So I won't even be taking orders until they're all in stock. But within the next 2 weeks, I should have everything in stock. But to Michigan, about 3 to 4 business days, because FedEx delivers on Saturday. They also move lights on Saturday. So they're a little bit faster than UPS. Man, I'm at 46 minutes now. I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. What the hell? Yeah, contextual throttling is the worst. It's bullshit. It should be illegal. It really should. Or it should be in your contract that, hey, if you go over so much data, we're going to throttle you. That way you have the option to pay more so they don't throttle you. I'd love just to get, I'd love to move to a town that actually supports Google Fiber. 1 gigabyte. I think it's 1 gigabyte up and down. Like, that would be the shit. And that's the future right there, where everyone has like 1 gigabyte up and down, and Wi-Fi is just the shit everywhere, and so everyone can talk to everyone without any lag or anything, and gaming will be the shit. Yeah. Still going. I know it's 47 minutes. I got to hurry up and get this up. All right, let's go for 5 more minutes, guys. So I've been going for 47 minutes. So my clock right now says 2:56. So we'll go to like two. We'll go to 3:01. How about that? That's a good number. We'll go to 3:01. So let's get as many questions as I can answer in the next 5 minutes until 3:01 on my clock. Let's see here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. I'm gonna scroll on the thing. There's some. Yeah, there is. Look at that. Look at that guy behind me right there. Bam! It's the Joker. Oh yeah. And that's the Heath Ledger Joker. A lot of people think he was the best Joker ever, but I don't know. I really like Jack Nicholson. I think he did. He was just awesome. He's an awesome actor. Oh, really? It isn't. Oh, it's probably in that super super fine print that you never read because no one reads that shit because we don't got time. I know, I know. So jealous of people that already have that Google Fiber, man. Also, Verizon has fiber too. I mean, actually, Comcast offers fiber too, um, but you have to be close enough to a hub to get it. It's about I think it was only like $150 to install. It was really 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 affordable. Chris Vaughn, good shit, man. Starting up a channel. Definitely want to go or want to get away from my HPS. Nice, man. I'm hoping that Lake Havasu has good internet connection, because if not, then I guess it's out of the question. Yeah, I mean, 300 megabytes down, 20 up is great. And ping to me is more important than anything else. I gotta have good ping, because without good ping, then I can't game online. I can't play Street Fighter 5 online, or Street Fighter 4, or or any pretty much any fighting game. I play a lot of Soul Calibur and stuff still on my PS3. I like my fighting games on PS4, but Soul Calibur they haven't made a new one yet. I hope they do. But man, Soul Calibur is just so man to get really good at it. It's in depth. It's super in depth. But anyway, yeah, without a good ping, then fuck fighting games online. No point. Even at 34 ping, sometimes it's just crap. Sorry, man. I'll call you back. Got to make some business calls here, people. And most of it is just hey, when are your lights in? And even though on my site, it says just sign up to my newsletter to know when they're in. I can understand people want to know exactly when though. Maybe I should upload or update my site where it says sold out and say within 2 weeks I should have everything back in order. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And honestly, like I have my sister, my sisters. I meant my my sisters. I was gonna say my sisters. I don't know why brother-in-law, but he doesn't play games with me. Um, my girlfriend's brother comes over and he's really good at Soul Calibur, and so we'll play right here. I'll go to his house to play, or he'll come here to play. That's the best way. Just side by side. On the same system. Either that or land linking or going to an actual place where everyone's land linked and pay a little bit of money to play that way. That's the best way to do any sort of gaming, I think. My name on PSN should be Architectus 777. I think. I can't remember. I think that's what it is though. Architectus is Latin for architect. So if you want to know how to spell it. Best strain for big yields and potency. Uh, I think one of the best out there for both yield strain or for yields, for potency, for flavor is the regular, or I should say the photo period by I think it's Doctor Incredible called Incredible Bulk. And I don't think it's Doctor Incredible. I think it's something else. I can't remember the name of the seed company right now. But anyway, Incredible Bulk. That shit is awesome. It gets good yields. It gets really good potency. I tested at 25%, and the flavor was really good. Oh no, I don't use satellite. I use the Comcast, the DSL. But ADSL has gotten a lot better. I mean, my pings are about 34, and my upload is what sucks though. My upload is absolute shit. I'm lucky to get 800 kilobytes up. In your opinion, which is better, Botanicare, Kind Hydropex, or Heavy 16 Fire? I don't know. I never grew with any of those. All I know is I love my Psychotech nutrient. Yeah, I don't know. As long as Trump doesn't fuck up my business, then I don't really care what he does. Yeah, Doctor Cripplings. That's a C company. Thank you. I never had the Hawaiian snow. Nuh-uh. Oh, hey man, glad you made it. Unfortunately, Yama, I'm just about to sign out here. I'm already at 53 minutes. That's a pretty long video. Have a question. Got a lot of pistols going, but no bud evolving. It's pretty late. I would say like week 9 or some shit. Man, unless that's like a 13-week strain, something didn't go right. But I guess if you're already gone this long, you might as well just let it go until she's finished. Yeah, I even asked him. I said, "Is there a way I can like take 3 or 4 connections from you guys and have them all linked up to one line so that I get 4 megabytes up or close to it?" And I guess there's no technology to do that. I don't get why not. Like I guess I mean I don't really know how it all works. So I never studied it, but I don't see why if each line has 8 kilobytes upload, why can't you just put all that together in some sort of router or some sort of device that like a booster device that takes all of that data and pretty much turns it into one line. I just don't see why you can't do that. Yeah, definitely try that incredible bulk. Now, auto incredible bulk isn't that good. It grows big, you get a good yield out of it, but the smoke for me, I didn't think was all that great. It didn't look all. It looked pretty good, but it just wasn't all that great. Yeah, I've used Clearex and I've also used other ones like for flushing. What was that? What's that one by General Hydroponics called? Uh, Starts with F, I think. I don't use them no more. I just use RO water. Those things are a waste of money. Don't buy it. Just use RO water or just still water or something. Yeah, 1 hour stream. So I'm scrolling through what everyone's been saying. Yeah, it does seem logical. It should exist. They did claim they could do something like hook up. I can get two lines and then they cross them together to get me faster speeds. But when they came out and looked at my house, they said they couldn't do it. I'm like, look, I'll pay whatever it takes. I'll pay you guys. I'll pay you guys $500, whatever it takes. I just want faster uploads. And they're like, sorry, we can't do it there. So I don't know. I guess I just got to move. I mean, if Yamakaze, if the buds are dense and the calyxes are swollen, then I look at the trichomes. If the trichomes have, if you notice a lot of like orange trichomes stuff like that, then it's probably done. So, but if it's still really small and the hairs are just and the calyxes haven't swelled up at all, if they're still drinking lots of water, then they're definitely not done. One side, yeah, floor clean. Thank you. One sign that your buds are getting close to being done is they'll drink a lot less water. I know, but I got to because I gotta get stuff done because I want to make sure that this time I actually leave tomorrow morning. I was supposed to leave this morning, but we had a lot of other stuff to do, and it was just by the time we're done with everything, it was too late. I'm like, nah, forget it. I'll just go tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna call you back, man. Don't worry about it. Just chill out, guys. I got so many people call me. It's insane. That's why I need someone else handling shipping, which is why my brother-in-law is gonna be taking over it. That way I can just focus on doing customer service. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's kind of like quickly switch between both networks and get you a faster speed. Yeah, I'll talk to him again. I'll ask him if there's any alternative. I'm also going to ask him if they've thought about running, like ask Comcast if they thought about running up here yet. There's enough rich people up in this whole mountain here. There's a lot of houses up here, and they all want fast internet, and they're all like wealthy, super wealthy, most of them. Matter of fact, one of them is I think owns Remington, or their father owns Remington. So a lot of wealthy people up here, and I don't know. Maybe I should just go make a petition, like go door to door and make a petition, and then take it to Comcast. Look at every one of these people will pay you $200 a month just for good internet. Hell, they'll even do $300 a month just to get good internet. So, like, do it. Oh, thank you, Stoner Girl. You're so cute too. That's my girlfriend, by the way. Hey, no problem, man. You're welcome, and I'm glad I could teach something that can help somebody. Oh yeah, yeah. That guy that said that you said your plant's not finishing. I don't know why it didn't even cross my mind. Look for light leaks. Definitely look for light leaks. Look for anything in your grow room that has a bright like red light on it or orange light, and then duct tape it with black duct tape. I am the God of Egypt, and I've written a new Bible. Oh man, I love YouTube, man. I love YouTube. I'm the God of Egypt, and I wrote a new Bible, motherfuckers. You need to go read it. Wow, you meet some people. I haven't tried Overwatch yet. My girlfriend's brother loves that game though. He's totally addicted to it. I don't know. the idea seems. I played games similar to it, like like Team Fortress and stuff. I didn't like those games. I don't know. I'm not a team kind of guy. I like to just go solo. I'm like Leroy Jenkins, and I like to just go base camp, rape everyone, and just yeah, I don't know. I like being solo. I love free for all. That's my favorite online is free for all. Can you do if there is a indeed light leak? Which I also am thinking. Yeah, the best way to look for a light leak is to get in your grow room, close it all up, turn your lights off, and just sit in there for like 10 minutes and let your eyes adjust. And once your eyes adjust, you'll be able to see anything coming in at all. You'll be able to see if there's a light leak. Next live stream, I have no idea. I just do it randomly when I'm bored and I have nothing else to do. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go do a live stream. That's typically how I've been doing it. But yeah, hey, I'm gonna let you guys keep on chatting to each other. I think it lets you keep chatting even though I log out. But I gotta finish now. I've been on here an hour. I think that's a long video to process. So yeah, thank you guys for coming by. Double peace, man. I appreciate it. Really do. I appreciate every one of you guys that watch my videos and share my videos. That's just awesome. And just keep if you want to keep supporting me, man, just keep thumbs upping the videos, leaving comments on the videos. That's the best thing you can do for YouTube algorithm. Like how their algorithm works is if you get a lot of comments on your videos, a lot of thumbs up. Basically, if you get a lot of interaction on your videos, then YouTube shares it a lot more. So, if you guys love my videos, you guys love what I do, you love my free teachings, please just, thumbs up it. Only takes a second. Leave a quick comment, and that'd be awesome. And then, hit that share button and share it on whatever you want to share it on. So, yeah, definitely. I want my cob lights too, and they're coming. They're coming. So, mid March to late March. So they're not far away, and they're only gonna be $8.95. They're badass, man. They cover 4x4 with 562 par and no light mover needed. They're bad. They're bad to the bone. They're almost as bad as I mean bad. I mean like awesome. They're almost as awesome as the Goliath. So, that's pretty awesome. But all right, guys. Hey, I really got to go. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate everyone. Double peace. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys at a hotel probably is the next time I'll be talking to you guys. All right. Where I'll have better Wi-Fi, hopefully. Hopefully, I stay at good hotels, so hopefully I get good Wi-Fi there. All right, later, guys.